Prep was unreal, it really was. It was the best camp by far. You know, I know a lot of fighters are going to say that, but it really was. You know, obviously fighting for the title, fighting someone like Max Holloway, really did give me that extra motivation. I always work hard, I always train really hard, but right now, you know, I really did push and I peaked perfectly at the right time. So I'm in really good nick. Everything went well, you know, even the body. Just, you know, obviously with the nutritionist that I had on board, holding that muscle, losing that fat, everything's just peaking at the right time. I'm really in good nick and I can't wait to show the world that I'm ready. I just don't think I ever get pressured like that. For me, I'm different. I believe that would be the case, but I think I'm just different to most fighters. I even when I'm champion, you know, obviously, you know, no disrespect, I believe I will be champion. Even when I am champion, I'm fighting for the challenges. I'm just looking at them as another job. Like I am now, I'm fighting for the title. Obviously, it pushed me that little bit more, but at the same time, there's no pressure on me, like, because I'm just looking at him as another opponent, another job that needs to be done. You know what I mean? So I play what's in front of me. Each training session, each weight cut, whatever it is, I just get the job done and do it properly, and then go out there. Even when I'm in the octagon, you know, obviously there's going to be a big crowd and all this. I'm not paying attention to that. I've got a job to do in front of me. Until that's done, that's when I can really soak in everything. So I just believe that, I don't believe for me, there's never going to be pressure, because that's how I look at this. I look at this as a sport, and again, it's my job. So, you know, I don't think the pressure will ever get to me. But I do understand that there's probably more pressure on usually the champion rather than the challenger. I believe that, but on my case, I just don't think it makes a difference for me. Well, it's just, we've always had a lot of good athletes, you know, where there's a lot of very good athletes on our side of the world, but UFC and MMA was never too big, especially in the earlier days. So a lot of your best athletes were in other sports. Where now UFC is so big, and it's so big in Australia, you're getting this young talent, you're getting these guys that are starting MMA pretty early, and these are good athletes, you know, the guys that are, you know, just talented, like, you know, and just gifted. So, you know what I mean? And I think that's why you're starting to see these guys. And obviously we've got really good camps on our side of the world as well now. We know the game. I believe, you know, our side of the world, we've got some gyms, like, you know, that are ahead of the game. I really do believe that. And then you've got all these good athletes coming in, starting in MMA, and just that's why you're starting to see us taking over. We're not only just fighters that are in the UFC, we're champions. You know, from our side of the world, we've got champions, we've got, you know, ranked opponents, you know, challengers, you name it. And we've got a lot of numbers in there as well, and they're all very competitive. So you're just going to see that rise more and more. Kickboxing's a big part of the game, and obviously you've got a lot of your Dutch kickboxing and, you know, that K1 sort of style and that. So, you know, I'm pretty aware of it. I know it. I've trained with a lot of guys as well, but yeah, again, look, I look at every aspect of the sport, but at the same time, it's how you put it all together. And, you know, City Kickboxing's got some very high level kickboxing as well. And, you know, I just think that being able, knowing, or you want to know every aspect. You want to know your kickboxing, you want to know your wrestling, you want to know your jiu-jitsu, but you want to know how to blend it in all together as well. And, you know, I've paid attention to all aspects of this game. And I pay attention to how to put it together and make it all effective and use all as one. So that's what I believe right now, that I'm maybe a step ahead when it comes to putting it all together. And I'm going to prove that. I'm going to prove that this weekend.
Meer Veronica Fight zien? Ga naar kijk.nl. Je ziet meer met Kijk.